So remember, Minnesota is an incredibly left progressive area, right? And it's all blue everything, of course, which is why it got robbed for $1 billion by a bunch of non-citizens to support their terrorist group in Somalia. But anyway, go blue. So that's how they are. Everything is good. But this is how bad this was. And this is, I guess, it gives me a little glimmer of hope. Like, okay, progressives are so progressive, they act like nothing's happening, everything is cool. But maybe not so progressive that they're gonna sit there and act like this man Tim Walz didn't just help the Somalis steal $1 billion from us.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has come.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has come under fire. Hundreds of social service workers publicly are blaming him for a massive fraud scandal that's been rocking the welfare system in the state. Staff at Minnesota Human Services Department say widespread false billing allegedly funneled more than $1 billion in taxpayer funds to nonprofits that are tied to the Somali community. Now, they claim Walz ignored their warnings, even punished whistleblowers. Officials now are still uncovering how deep the fraud went and whether any of the money may have reached terror groups overseas. Investigative correspondent Rich McHugh has been all over this story, really from the jump, as they say. Joins us now. What's the governor's office saying about these new developments?
Hi, Connell. Well, we asked, and the governor's office isn't formally commenting on these posts that were posted onto X as of yesterday by allegedly hundreds of DHS, Minnesota DHS workers. I'll read some just because they're stunning in the rebuke of Governor Walz. Tim Walz is 100% responsible for massive fraud in Minnesota. We let Tim Walz know of fraud early on, hoping for a partnership in stopping fraud. But no, we got the opposite response. They continue. Tim Walz systematically retaliated against whistleblowers using monitoring threats, repression, and did his best to discredit fraud reports. Instead of partnership, we got the full weight of retaliation. It's scary, isolating, and left us wondering who we can turn to. Now, in an interesting development, this afternoon, that account was suspended from X for a period of hours, but then put back online. There was a lot of outcry as a commentary account and under a slightly different name with the same amount of followers. We asked the Department of Health Human Services, in Minnesota, to confirm if they are associated with this in any way, and they said they could not. What is not in question here, Connell, is the amount of fraud. We're talking $1 billion in fraud that we've reported on. Governor was asked about it yesterday on Meet the Press. Take a listen.
So, when you think about it now that you know over 100 people who work in the system came out and said, hey, we've been telling this dude this is happening for a while, man. Like, we already knew this was a thing, and he totally knew about it too. What do you think?
I didn't think they were just gonna snitch on him like that. But
That's crazy, right?
yeah, I mean, especially it's obvious he just gave him the money.
That's how bad it is that progressives are turning into actually telling the truth. That's got me nervous. Like, man, it might be more than $1 billion. These guys are actually telling it. But then here's the other question: like, why y'all wait until now to like come out and tell it? Or where was the media at? Why wasn't this covered at all? Like, you meant to tell me all this was under wraps? Like, nobody caught anyone to this? So, like, who all was complicit in this?
Wow. I mean, he was trying to give them punishments,
Yeah.
fire
Oh,
them and stuff.
yeah, he was retaliating against whistleblowers, which I'm pretty sure is illegal. That means if someone comes and tell you something bad is going on, all of a sudden, it's like you said, you start doing bad things to them. So they started telling him about the Somali fraud, and he started attacking them. It almost sounds like he was part of it.
Is this guy Somali?
It wants to be. Well, listen, the mayor in Minnesota, when he won his race, you know how he won his? I'm gonna pull it up and I'll show you too. He won his race because he picked like the Kafia side versus the Galia side. Some Somalian crap that should have never even been talked about in America, but there's some beef they had. So it's like an American version of the Crips and the Bloods, except it's just in that Somali tribes, and like they beef because I don't know why, don't care why, but they beef. And so like Jacob Fry, he won, and he beat the Somalian guy was because he joined the one group and like put on their hat and like did a dance and like Jack and Jive all for him, right? So like, although Tim Walz may not look Somalian, like he's a Democrat, and Democrats pretty much pander to anyone they think they can get a vote from, so they all walk around and act like they're Somalian. Why do we want to rep Somalia? I don't know. I don't know what the pride in Somalia is. We'll look at it. I'll show you Somalia. And like I'm not sure why anybody like repping hard, baby. Other than the pirates, and I tell you, they brought the pirates, they made it mainstream. They got that awesome line. You know that line? You know what I'm talking about? You going, I am the captain now. You know, yeah, that is the greatest thing Somalia has done for America. You don't know?
Nah, I know the line.
I know. I'm saying you don't think that's the best thing they've done? Name something else that they've done for America.
No, I didn't even know he did that.
They got that $1 billion.
Well, that's the good news though. Now that Trump's going to deport a bunch of these folks, they got to go back to Somalia. Well, hey, there's $1 billion there. In Somalia, $1 billion goes a long way. So those people are going to have much better hustling.